In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your Facebook page for success in real estate no matter what city you're in. I'm also going to give you a list of tools, tips, tricks, and figuring out when to post and also what to post on your Facebook page to help you get maximum engagement and more leads. Because remember, Facebook is a tool and it's all about using that tool correctly. So to start off, what we did was we created a page called San Antonio Homes for Sale. Now this was converted from a page we had called Joe the Realtor, which we were using as a training tool. We are using this page specifically for lead generation. So we did submit a name change to Facebook. This takes approximately 3 days to complete. And I'm going to give you a quick overview on if you ever want to change the name of your Facebook page on exactly what you need to do and what that looks like. We also created a name for that page so people can search for this. And this is fantastic for promotional tools because they don't have to put in your page name in order to find you on Facebook. They can just put in your username that you are empowered to select. So it's a pretty cool little tool there. So then what we did was we used a logo creator software just to create a quick little logo. And this really only took about 5 minutes. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time. Then we use Canva, which is a free tool, and it optimizes your timeline cover photo to the absolute optimal size for whatever your Facebook page is. It also does Twitter, Pinterest. I mean, it literally does everything, so it's a fantastic tool that you've got to take advantage of. And then we simply just added the logo again on the timeline cover photo. So to quickly go over the elements that you need in order to set your Facebook page up for optimum success, where we're going to begin is in the settings. So on your page, when you get to your page, you just click on the settings tab up at the top right hand corner right here. And then you're going to see a bunch of options on the left hand corner over here. I'm going to briefly go over what needs to be done in each section and why. Right now we're in the general tab. And the first thing that you really want to make sure is done is that your page is published, because if your page isn't published, no one can see it. The next step you want to do is make sure that your page is verified. There are 2 ways to verify a page, and I'm going to show you the easy way and also give you the more difficult option. When you put a phone number on your Facebook business page, you're just simply going to enter it here and put in the call language and say you want it to call you now. So I put in my number, and this is what happens. So you have to list, as you can see here, a publicly listed phone number for your business or organization. For most agents, this can be your cell phone number, but because my number is attached to another business page, it's not going to let me do it this way. So if you are able to do it this way, which you can, the way you set it up is like this. You're simply going to click cancel and make sure that your number is publicly listed. The way that you do that is go back to your page and then click on About. In the About, you're simply just going to put Edit Page Info. Then under Phone, list your phone number. Save changes, and there you have it. So now, in order to verify your page, you simply go back into your settings section, hit the Edit button, verify this page, and then simply hit Call Me Now. What's going to happen is Facebook's going to call you with a 4-digit verification code. So then you simply enter in your verification code and hit Continue. And then it's going to give me an error message because, again, my phone number is associated with a different business page. If you run into this error or if you have problems, you can also verify your page with documents. You click on this link and it will tell you exactly what you can use in order to send to Facebook in an upload and then send that document. Now, it can take a week, sometimes 2 weeks for Facebook to review this information. And once they do, their note to you that whether or not your page was verified will show up in your page support inbox. That's something we go into a lot more in depth in our paid training. So now, the next thing we want to do is give people permission to post to our page. But we want to make sure that we approve those posts. So in order to do this, you simply just click this button right here allow photo and video posts. Just click this checkbox, but also click the checkbox that allows you to review posts by other people before they're published to your page. This way, nothing that you don't approve will automatically be published to your page, and you have full control over what other people post to your timeline. Audience optimization. Now, this is something that we do get very, very in-depth with in our paid training, but you do want to turn this on. You do want to allow your audience and allow a preferred audience, because this really helps you kind of beat the algorithm a little bit and get in front of people who will be more inclined and likely to see and like your stuff. Your messages, people can contact your page privately. That's always a smart move. Tagging ability, this allows other people, like if they see a photo of a home or an article that they like, they can tag other people to bring it to their attention so that it shows up in their notifications. This is also a smart move. So you always want to make sure that this is turned on. Others tagging this page, you want to make sure other people can tag your page in their posts, especially if they want to give you a shout out or thank you. You can allow other people to use your page's location for photo and video frames. This is a great sort of free promotion that I highly recommend. You want to make sure that your page is visible to everyone, because you never know where somebody is going to be moving from. And on this, we didn't put any age restrictions on it, but you can. You can restrict a page to be shown to a very specific set of people, 17 and over, 18 and over, 19 and over, 21 and over. Now, I don't see a whole heck of a lot of 13-year-olds purchasing a home, so we're just going to say, okay, 21 and over for people who are looking at our page. We're not blocking any specific words from the page. We do have our profanity filter set, and then we have similar page suggestions. So you want to make sure that this checkbox is always checked off, because this, whenever somebody else likes a page that is related to your page or related to real estate, they will see your page shoot up in the suggested likes. This is another great way to get some free organic promotion for your Facebook page. Page updates, you can choose whether or not you want to have different updates that you make to your page. For example, when you change things in the About section, like your phone number, or add a feature to your page, that it will be automatically published to your timeline. We opted out of this, but there's nothing wrong with checking this box. Posting in multiple languages, we turned off. Your posts may show translations automatically. That's always a smart move, just in case somebody else is fluent in another language. So we left this on. And then we put most recent comments are shown for your page by default. Now you can always change this to most relevant. And I always like to do this because it gives the best comments, the ones with the highest votes from other users, at the very top of whatever it is you're posting. So the next thing that you want to take a look at is your messaging settings. And on your messaging settings, you can set up a response assistant. So what we did was instant replies to anybody who messaged the page. It simply replies to that person with, thanks for messaging us. How many bedrooms, bathrooms are you looking for? Because we want to make sure that we ask a question, and then we can open up a dialogue so that we can figure out with that lead automatically, having a volley of conversation back and forth, what they're looking for and what the most appropriate thing for the agent we direct this to send them. And then letting people know if we're not around. But some of the new features that Facebook added that I'm really excited about is showing a messenger greeting. So what happens with a messenger greeting? Whenever somebody clicks on your page and views your page, your Outlook or your Facebook Messenger pops up automatically and it gives them a greeting, a lot like a chat box on a website. So you can customize your message to whatever prospect is on your page. So we're just going to leave this generic for right now, but it's personalized to that, whoever it is. And it thanks them for getting in touch with us on Messenger, and then encourages any questions that they might have. Now, since this is more of a generic page and they're not feeling like they're going to have to be contacted by a pushy real estate agent, they're going to be more inclined to message a page like this simply because they don't feel like they're going to get any pressure. And it is just a simple question answer. So you can also set up follow-ups for anyone who books an appointment through your page. That is a feature that we've set up on this page so that people can book direct from Facebook. which is pretty cool. So if they want a showing or an appointment or a listing appointment or anything like that to any of the agents that we direct this to, they can get that done direct from our Facebook page. So the next thing you want to do is actually go in and set your preferred page audience. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of agents make is only setting their location to their city. Well, what about the people who are going to move in from out of state? So what you want to do to set this up, and this is something else that we go into a lot more in depth in our paid training, is exactly how to find that select audience and what those audience interests should be in order to get the most out of your page. So remember earlier when I said you wanted to click that suggested page option? What we did was build an audience using the Facebook Audience Insight tool. Using that information, what we did was select interests that would be close enough to a real estate model, but also in relation directly to things here in San Antonio. So that whenever any of these pages pop up, guess what? Your page is also in queue to pop up to show, to suggest to someone else to like as well. We did select an age range of 24 to 65, and it shows you the estimate of people that your page can now target and or reach based on page suggestions and likes. So this is a nice, lovely, fantastic number just based on what you've got. So that's quite a few people that you can get in front of. And the more sets of eyeballs you get in front of, the more likely you are to start building a relationship and nurturing trust and services with those people. The next thing I want to show you very quickly, and the way that we did the Select Time app, was we added, you can add, you can add different third party, for example, options. So if you're a member of Home Advisor, you can set up Home Advisor kind of like as a widget on your page so people can set up time to view homes with you. You can use Microsoft Bookings. You can use My Time. You can use Porch. You can use Book Now. So, I mean, there's a ton of different ways that you can set up your options for people to set up a time with you to see a house, have a listing appointment, do any type of loan meeting as well. Another thing I want to bring to your attention really quickly is branded content. So branded content is when you partner up with other real estate agents or get different services, and this allows other pages and you to cross-promote one another. It's always a smart move because it helps you promote your preferred real estate partners and also allows them to promote you. Both times getting you each in front of the other's audience. So for example, if you partner up with moving companies, restaurants, entertainment venues, loan officers, preferred title companies, anything like that, you guys can partner up together, brand your content as a twosome. So you can really create some fantastic partnerships using this tool, and this is something else that we go into quite in depth in our paid training, but it's a really, really good thing I wanted to bring your attention to today. You can also manage your Instagram feeds and ads direct from your Facebook business page. So all you have to do in order to do this is simply log into your Instagram account, and it allows you to pull in pictures and information and data direct from Instagram. So that's kind of a cool tool as well. I remember earlier when I talked about the page name change. This is where you can access your page support inbox, which is where Facebook will send you any pertinent messages that are relevant to your page. So this is a really, really good tool that you need to know how to, at least be aware of that it's there so that you can check it from time to time in the event that you ever need support, help, assistance, or have questions direct to Facebook. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you is how to set up your About section. Your About section allows you to choose categories, your page name, your username for the page, which I talked about a little bit earlier, put in some business details, so you can put in a price range, the parking situation if you have a physical location, and then your additional contact information as well, your email, your website, and also other accounts. You can add the username for your Instagram, Twitter, your Snapchat, your YouTube, your Twitch, your Line, your WeChat, or your Kik. Now, the cool thing about this is The more times you're cross-promoted or referenced on other sites, the more of a digital footprint you create. So when your buyers or sellers are Googling you, and they will see that you have a fantastic digital footprint. And in today's day and age, having a tech-savvy agent is incredibly important. So it's something that people will look at when they're evaluating whether or not they want to build a relationship with you. And then you can have a team member page where you can add yourself as a team member and cross-promote your business page with your personal page. This is completely optional, but I do highly recommend that you do this. Now, let's talk about who needs to be on your page and probably who doesn't. When you're trying to promote buy or sell real estate, the idea is to attract a consumer base. So inviting all of your realtor buddies to like your page is in no way going to translate into leads or an increase in business for you. You need to focus on both a consumer community as well as a real estate community in order to have the best success on your Facebook page organically. Now, I'm going to show you a few little tips and tricks on figuring out what to post, when to post, and how to post it, using a few things that I know of, as well as one of the software tools that we love and adore, and I think that you will too once you see its capability. When coming up with a posting strategy for your page, the first thing to really be cognizant of are your page insights. What posts are working for your audience? What are they reacting strongly to in a positive sense? And also, what times of day are they most active? Well, Facebook tells you all of that. All you have to do from your page is go to the Insights button. Now I'm going to give you a piece of good news and I'm going to give you a piece of bad news. The good news is that once you have a wonderfully established page, you will have data for days. The bad news is, until you get to about 30 likes on your page, that's not going to happen. Since this is a newer page, we only have about 18 likes, which likes don't really matter. They're a vanity metric, and that will change as we take out Facebook ads for this and get the positive spillover of having people like the page. So right now, data is not online. Now this can feel a little discouraging, right? So what we want to do, instead of being discouraged, is leverage some of the software that we use to help us determine the best times to post and what to post. So your posting strategy is twofold. You want to post informational, good content that's still optimized for lead capture for you, but also promote different homes for sale in the area that will additionally be lead capture elements for you as well. And this is really something you can only do using this third-party software, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, but it's a very, very powerful way of doing things. So this tool that we're using, and I will post the link in the comments, and full disclosure, it is an affiliate link. We do receive a commission if you opt in to purchase either plan. But with this software, I'm going to show you why I love it, why I use it, and how I can schedule a month's worth of posts, no joke, in about an hour a month. And it's always good to make sure that you're scheduling organic posts or that you're hiring somebody to schedule organic posts for you, because it shows that you're visible and aware and available to any consumer that will be out there. You don't want somebody going to your page and seeing nothing but tumbleweeds. So it is still relevant to post organically, but it's not a strategy necessarily for lead generation in the best sense of the word. It can still work, and it does still work, but it's important to know what to post and when. So since we didn't have that data from our Facebook page, but we do have a little bit of data that collects in this software, we go and we find out what are the best time frames for us to post to this page. So we just hit the suggest button, and it's going to tell us the best time is between 10 p.m. and 12 p.m. So what we want to do is change up that time. We're simply just going to move these slider bars over here. We're going to say about 9:45 to 11:59, and then just simply save that. Now, until you've reached about 100 likes on your page, you can opt to post 1 to 3 times a day. What we're going to do for this page, based on our posting strategy that I mentioned a minute ago, where we're going to post a relevant article and also a house that's for sale every single day, we're going to post twice a day. Now, the cool thing about this software is you don't have to put any thought into it at this point, because what it will do is automatically schedule the post for you during the preferred time of day that works best for your audience. And then what I would suggest is once a week going in and checking to see what times the software does suggest for you, in addition to looking at your Facebook analytics once those are available to you as well. So the trick to finding content to post, especially when you have a newer page or when you haven't had a lot of success with people who are engaging with your page, is to find really good relevant pages that have a lot of fans that has some very good content that people are engaging with. The nice thing is this software takes the total mystery out of that as well. So as you can see here, what we did was we added a few things. We added some things that are specific to San Antonio, since it's San Antonio Homes for Sale, but also articles from Realtor, Zillow, The Lighter Side of Real Estate, and Trulia as well. So one of the ones that I have found just through experience, and this also kind of tells you how many times these pages update their page per week. So this is kind of helpful to you as well. And it's also going to tell you when their last post was done or their latest update. So what you're going to do is you're simply just going to run a search. And you see this little star right here? This tells you how many people liked and or engaged with those posts. So what we do when we're scheduling posts is we find the ones that got the absolute best engagement. And it's going to tell you which ones are new since the last time you've been here. And then the simplest way to do this is you can take this, has 24 pieces of engagement on it. That's pretty gosh darn good. And then what we've done is we've created a pop-up campaign that has people opt in as a lead. And we set this up in our settings. This is something else I go through very in depth in our training. So what happens is, and I'll show you exactly what happens, once you click this, okay, and you add it to your queue, it's going to tell you when it's been added. So you can go back over here to your posts, and this is what's going to happen. When this pops up, even though it's somebody else's article, oh my goodness, we have a little pop-up box. Now what we want to do for a real estate agent is set this up to be a pop-up box that has people opt in for free homes or more information about the city or more information about loans, whatever we feel is relevant and working at the time. And this is something that's constantly got to be tweaked. It's not a one and done. You have to kind of experiment with it and figure out what's done. But what's cool about this is that no matter what content you're posting from where, it could be somebody else's listing, it could be a listing from Zillow or Trulia or your board or whatever. It could be any piece of content out there. You can actually brand it to you and still use it as a lead generation tool. So even if you're not getting likes, shares, whatever, you're getting the stats of who's clicking what, and then that way you know what's happening with these. So what this does is it just collects all this data for you. You go in once a week and you can either look in your CRM that you have it programmed into, or you can download it as an Excel spreadsheet, whichever one you prefer and whatever works best for you. But this does all of the lead collection for you and also gives the end user options to subscribe with their social accounts, making it very easy and making them a lot more likely to subscribe than having to type in their name and email every single time. So once they either put their information in, or if they click the X box, which happens too, they will then be redirected to the content. But you're still fostering and nurturing a great relationship with different people for your page, and you can schedule things pretty seamlessly and fairly easily simply by using a very, very friendly end user tool that I have introduced you to here. If you'd like more information, of course we do offer paid training on all of this and how it all works together and how you can really maximize and get the most out of all your social media accounts. And we've also included the link to this software below if you feel like you've already got the hang of it. Naturally, if you have questions, I would invite you to leave them in the comments section below. We also have a real estate Facebook group that we would love for you to join so you can get more tools, tips, and tricks like this. And I've posted the link to that as well. So I hope you found this informative and useful. And if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.